All right, here we are. Episode 5 of The Summer I Turned Pretty. The track 5 version of an episode, people are saying. Jenny Han.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, yeah. People are going crazy about because Jenny Han keeps posting videos of like behind the scenes stuff. Like, did you see that video of Belly or Lola Tongue behind the scene?
With All Too Well playing?
Yes.
Yeah.
So she's playing All Too Well for the scene where she goes up and like finishes the crossword or whatever, sees the crossword. So Jenny Han is just like, she's dropping Easter eggs in the same way that
100%.
Like, she can't stop. She can't help herself.
Yeah.
So we see that. We knew that something was going to happen in the 5th episode. We were hoping that it was going to be from Conrad's perspective. And we did get about 50% of that.
Yes.
Or maybe would you say?
No, I would say 100. The whole
Most
thing.
Of it was him? Yeah.
I guess besides the cutscenes of like Steven and stuff.
Which, by the way, Enough. Write Denise out of the show.
No, I don't give a fuck about Denise.
I don't give a fuck about Denise.
Enough. It's crazy
Denise
to
about
me.
to get fired probably because of that work drama. But anyway, so it opens to Conrad's working on the roof. He's hanging out. Or is that where it opens?
No, it opens with...
That's where I have my first note.
It's a replay of the last scene that we saw of Conrad giving the dirt bombs to Belly, and instead this time it's just fully in slow motion.
Yes, it's like basically a dream sequence.
Yes,
but it's from what had actually happened at the end of last episode.
Right, and then it's kind of like Conrad, and then you realize that it's Conrad like thinking about the situation, how he saw it play out in his mind, and then. Then
he snaps out of it and he's on the roof. Like he's daydreaming about that moment on the roof, said he's been thinking about it since it happened for a week. And like, so have we.
Yeah, right.
So relatable.
Right. But so then, that's when Belly walks out. She starts to swim in the pool.
An adorable bathing suit.
I know.
Obviously. Looking the cutest she's ever looked.
She was so beautiful this episode.
She really was.
It's just really crazy how beautiful she is. Conrad or Adam calls Conrad while he's working on the roof. Calls him about the wedding.
Big episode for Adam.
Yeah.
Adam suddenly growing a brain. Not sure what's going on there, but yeah, he calls Conrad, asks him about the wedding. He's like, "This is ridiculous." And this is a positive for Conrad that I didn't expect to have. Shows his maturity. Yeah. He didn't talk shit.
Yeah.
He was like, it's not that crazy. His dad's like, "This is ridiculous," whatever. He could have easily been like, "Yeah, Dad, you're right. Like, this is fucking nuts." Like, whatever. Because that is how he feels. But instead, he went on and kind of was like, "It doesn't matter if I like it or not. They're going to do this. And if you push more, it'll push him away." And Adam says, "The way, like, I pushed you away." And I said, "Oh, self-awareness out of Adam. Yeah. Like, is he going to therapy or like, what's the deal?"
Definitely not.
He'll never go to therapy. But so they have this conversation on the roof, and while Conrad's on the roof, and it sounds as if Adam is like kind of at a loss. It's like literally the 4th of July or the 3rd of July. Everybody's they're at the office, and Jeremiah has to be there, Steven has to be there, Denise has to fucking be there. Question though, I must have blinked and missed it. What happened to Taylor? Where did she go? She was supposed to drive Jeremiah to Cousins, and then she just never went to Cousins?
She had a reason. She said she couldn't go anymore because
totally
her mom. She had a reason later on. I think I wrote it down. She said like she can't go anymore because like her mom, something happens with her mom and she like can't go. I just have Taylor can't come to Cousins.
They really brushed right over that because I missed it. I must have been like doing my eyeliner at that time.
But when Conrad's on the roof talking to her dad, it's important like kind of theme for the episode, I guess, is Conrad's like very adamant that, I'm just going to stay away from Belly this weekend. I'm not going to interact with her and everything will be fine. Like, as long as I stay away from her, we'll be all right.
Really trying to convince himself that everything is okay.
Yes.
I will say, though, when they finally get to the part where it's like Taylor waiting outside the office for Jer or whatever, I was pissed that she had to like wait for him to drive him to Cousins. Like, I was annoyed. I was like,
no, 100%.
Don't make Taylor drive him to Cousins. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was annoying.
And like, don't you have your own car? I'm also confused about the geography of this whole situation.
Me fucking too.
Because one second they're in Philly, one second they're in Boston, the next they're in New York. Like, where does Taylor live?
Where do they, like, where's their hometown? Because
I know Belly lives in Philly.
Does she?
Yeah.
So then, but is the job not in Boston?
Yes.
So Steven goes from Philly to Boston every day? That doesn't make any sense. Because if Belly lives in Philly, then so would Steven. I thought that they lived somewhere ambiguous in like Connecticut. Because to be traveling back and forth from Boston to New York all the time, they've got to be in the middle somewhere.
I know, but
cousins, I assume, would be like the Vineyard or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I thought that, for some reason, I thought that they are in the Philly area.
I don't know where you got that. I don't know, but I
Right.
don't remember anything that told me that they're in Philly. Obviously,
where does
somewhere
Belly
with trains.
live? Yeah, it lives in Pennsylvania outside of Philly.
That makes no. So this is all right. So we're daily commuting from, because obviously Steven is
Fishers live in Boston, and the Conklins reside in Pennsylvania.
Okay. Because Steven is at home because he just got hit by the car, so he's been at home. And now he's going back, but they keep
maybe he was living in Boston.
But even to commute to Boston, back and forth from New York makes no
sense.
sense.
But he works in Boston, Steven.
No, I know, but he doesn't live there.
Yeah. No,
he's always going back to New York.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, well, what's in New York then? If you're always going to Boston for work and your family's in Philly, then
what's
you just,
in New York?
Live in New York?
Yeah, I don't know.
And I know he had an internship. I thought the internship was in New York. Like when they were cutting away and Belly and Taylor and all them were still at college and Steven was like at work, I thought he was in New York City. And that was the whole thing about like Taylor's going to go to New York and for her job, and they were going to eventually like rekindle. So I did not realize that until, Adam, honestly, this episode was talking about how Jer's been like, taking care of his side of the loft or whatever, that they were in Boston. So I was like, all right. The geography's bad, Jenny Han.
It's confusing.
No one's going to take 5. It takes a long fucking time to get from New York to Boston. It takes like 4 hours, 3.5 hours.
Yeah, it's a 4-hour train.
Right.
And then Philly to Boston is another
That's crazy.
3 hours, 2 hours.
Philly to New York makes sense. It's like an hour and a half. That would be fine. It'd be an annoying commute, but that'd be fine. But yeah, no, I don't love, and we don't know where Cousins is. We're not really sure exactly. It's obviously on the coast somewhere.
Yeah.
I just always assumed it was like the Cape or the Vineyard or in that Block Island, like in that area. It's shot in Wilmington. Do you know that?
I did know that.
Yeah. One of my besties lived there.
A lot of I only knew that because when they were doing like the promo, one of the magazines like asked them, "Where's your cousin's beach?"
Ooh.
And Jeremiah and Adam both said Wilmington. They were like, "Oh, I don't know. We filmed in Wilmington, so I guess it's Wilmington."
Okay, well, boring.
They're like, that's not really the question.
Yeah,
but okay.
yeah. Boring reply.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Sure. So we've got this element of, and I'm annoyed by how much work we got going on, but we've got Jeremiah going to work. We've got Steven going to work, Denise showing up to work. Oh, it's on a holiday weekend. Adam wants everybody in the office. This is allegedly in Boston. Jer's like, oh, I'm going to get a ride from Taylor. Taylor can't go anymore. So now the 3 of them are waiting in the office. Drama.
One little part before that, when Taylor's standing outside talking to Jeremiah, she doesn't realize that Steven's going to be there, so they kind of have a cute little run-in, but Steven's with Denise.
Yeah.
And I thought it was so funny that Taylor called Denise the Shiv Roy wannabe.
No, that was so fucking funny, Gia. I cackled out loud. She asked, who's this Shiv Roy?
Yeah.
Who's Shiv Roy wannabe?
So funny.
Also bitchy by Denise to walk up and be like, I'm going to walk away out of whatever this is.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. I literally hate Denise so much.
I know, she's really annoying.
She's got such a bad attitude.
She's just unnecessary.
Yes, I also liked in that moment when Taylor shows up and she like I think that she maybe thought Steven was coming because she's wearing a super cute outfit.
Yeah.
And Jared's like, well, you wasted a cute outfit. Like, Steven's not coming. She's like, shut up. Like, blah, blah, blah.
And then he actually shows up.
She's she had kitten heels on.
Oh, yeah. She looks so cute. She was wearing like a pink dress and
9
beaded
a.m.
necklace. Yeah.
She said, I woke up at the crack of dawn for this. I'm like, you're literally wearing a heel.
Yeah.
Like,
that's so cute.
I think you're going to see Steven. So Jared's got to break the news. Yeah. I gotta work. We all got to work. They all go upstairs. This side plot of them at work is going to be going on in tandem with Conrad and Belly and Cousins the entire time.
Yeah. So Taylor calls Belly, tells her that she can't come to Cousins, and she asks Belly how Conrad is doing, and Belly's like, I've actually barely seen him. Like, he hasn't been around, whatever.
By design.
Yes. So then we cut back to Cousins. Belly's looking through the cabinets, trying to find something for breakfast. Conrad walks in. She goes, hey, future brother-in-law. Oh, Belly. Just like, I said, what the fuck is wrong with her?
No, like
she literally lives in La La Land.
She's so awkward. It's so ridiculous. Like, I just don't, right. Is it La La Land or is it like this like defense mechanism, whatever?
Yeah.
It's annoying that we can't see
her
inner monologue.
Yeah, I agree.
What I mean, like, I wish that there was way
like,
more
is
inner
she just so
monologue in the
delusional that she doesn't understand that Conrad still loves her, or is she doing exactly what you're saying, just like putting up as big of a wall
Right.
as humanly possible.
Right. And she also, we find out, I think maybe in this moment or around this moment, that handyman Conrad is not staying for the wedding.
Yes.
That was I feel like that was a reveal.
He's going to stay for the wedding, but he was going to go back and then come back, I think, because he's the best man. He has to be there.
Oh, right. Duh.
Yeah.
She said something like,
something
maybe
along the lines of like
not
he was
staying
going to go
until
back.
the wedding.
Yes.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe that's where I misinterpreted. Okay, because I was shocked by that point. I was like, what do you mean?
That's kind of when they're having like a conversation after the whole like the brother-in-law thing,
Yes.
and he's kind of just like really not wanting to have a conversation with her, and
No.
she's like really trying to push small talk. Jumps back to the office. Jeremiah and Steven can't leave because Adam's in the office now, so everyone's like, oh, Adam's here, we can't leave until Adam leaves, whatever.
Of course. Which, like, Dave's here, we're not leaving, nobody's leaving.
No, 100%, I get
Same
that.
vibe, that's real.
Yeah, 100%. Jeremiah's like, what's going on with you and Denise? Steven's like, nothing's going on, like, and Jeremiah can kind of pick up that he's still thinking about Taylor, so he's like, oh, okay.
Well, because Steven brings Taylor up, like, he's like, what's going on with you and
True.
Denise? Like, this, no, he says this, like, workplace, like, arguing is kind of sexy.
Yeah.
Jeremiah is too horny to be in an office. Like, I hate
the way he like puts the pen in his mouth.
No,
and
it's
he's like
gross.
sensual.
It's like, stop, Jeremiah. You're at work. Like, this is 2 episodes in a row where you're like at work thinking about sex. Like, enough. So he brings this up and he says like, it's a little sexy. What's going on between you two? And Steven's like, nah, it's not like that.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay. And then he's like, Jared says something along the lines of like, I don't know, I see it. And he's like, well, it's nothing to do with Taylor. And Jared's like, I didn't bring up Taylor.
Yeah.
Like, you did. So
I was like, ooh.
Caught bringing up Taylor.
And this is when Adam says that he needs extra eyes on this new deal that they're doing with Starcade X.
Some bullshit.
Some company that they're working with, whatever.
Yep.
Adam says he needs extra eyes on it. Steven and Denise are like, we got to get out of here. Jeremiah actually steps up and he's like, I'll take an extra look at it.
I have Jared stepping up at work, 3 question marks. I can't believe.
Okay. It's like at first the work wasn't the priority and now work is the priority, and he's like leaving Belly behind.
For sure. I will say though, it's a little annoying, like Belly's frustration, and we'll jump back to Belly because I think that their day was so much more interesting.
Yeah.
Belly and Conrad, obviously, but I think that Belly being annoyed that Jeremiah has to stay at work is annoying to me only because she knows that he's really been trying hard to like get on Adam's good side. And if Adam is there, he's working on something, he's keeping her abreast. Like, it's not like he's just a no-show. And again, it's like they're just doing shit in Cousins. Like, you can do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
like,
and
chill.
it's
a little like roll my eyes.
Yeah,
you know?
it just shows that they're both not ready to get married.
No.
Their priorities are not straight. They have things that they need to focus on right now that are more important than getting married in the moment, and they're both just not mature enough for that yet.
Not
it's
even
so
close.
obvious.
Also, it is like, and I'm not saying that this isn't bad. Like, Jared should be focusing on work, and he should be doing something. Like, he volunteers to take this thing on, take a final look, whatever, and ultimately ends up like getting on Adam's good side, which we'll get to when we jump back. But like, it was important for him to do that. And I think that it's annoying that everybody's annoyed. It's like, pick a lane. Like, what do you want him to be obsessed with Belly, or you want him to be obsessed with work? Like, Belly, what do you want? So Belly is in Cousins now.
Yeah, and
Taylor's not coming.
Yeah. So this is when Jeremiah says that he's going to take the extra work. So he tells Belly that he can't make it to Cousins right now. So Belly's like, okay, I'll just go run some errands myself.
Yeah. She's not too pissed off at first, but she's visibly annoyed.
Yeah. So she's like looking for the keys. Conrad turns the corner. He has the keys, and she's like, "Oh," and he's like, "Oh, I was actually just about to run. I'll be back in 20 minutes if you want to take the car." And Belly's like, "Oh, like, can't you just give me a ride?" And he's like, I really don't want to give you a ride.
Right. And he's like really trying to stay away, but Belly came down in her eyeliner and the dappled lighting, and how could he say no?
And he's just like so entranced by her, but he does say no, and she's like, fine, I'll just bike, whatever. Obviously, she's like confused and annoyed.
Yeah.
And then it jumps back to this flashback of them when they were kids, and it's kind of just showing that ever since they were young, Conrad has always felt like this urge to help Belly and to be there for her and to, save her from situations, whatever. In this example, she's a little girl and her bike is too slow. So Conrad gives her his bike and he runs beside her while she's learning how to ride this new bike so she can keep up with the boys.
Can I say, like, I am a little annoyed or slash, I don't know if I like this. I'm not annoyed because I do like the flashbacks. I think they're sweet. I'm not sure if I like that they're always using flashbacks of them as kids to show that like Conrad is more caring than Jeremiah. I like don't necessarily feel like that's fair. I think that Conrad, their age difference when they were younger is so prominent. Like, Jeremiah and Belly are the same age, or are
a year
Jer's
apart.
1 year older than Belly.
Yeah.
And they are very much the same. Like, of course, Jeremiah's not going to sit there and worry about Belly getting on the bike. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they do that a lot where they try to be like, look, Conrad's always cared for Belly, even since they were kids. And I'm like, that's not really fair. It's cute. I like seeing it. It's not fair in comparison to Jeremiah, which, like, I don't know. Maybe if Jeremiah were the older sibling, he would have done the same. Like, it's just a little bit. I feel like it's unfair.
Yeah, especially when you're like a young boy. Like, you can't. But I think I do like to see it just because it shows like
it's adorable. Obviously.
Conrad has loved her since the OG days.
For sure.
But I get what you're saying.
Do you know
for
what
sure.
I mean? Yeah.
So
I feel like it's all the time they do it. You know?
Yeah.
Like every episode, there's a flashback of them being kids and Conrad saving the day and Jeremiah like fucking up. And it's like that's not fair.
So then it jumps back. Conrad's watching her bike away, and he says it's not his job to help her anymore.
That was sad.
Which is very sad.
That was hard.
So then Steven's on the train going to New York. He sees Denise. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, where you going? New York. Why? What's in New York? None of your business. Like whatever. Denise's bad fucking attitude. I'm so sick of them. That's literally it. That's literally it.
I couldn't care less. They play video games, like whatever.
Do not give a fuck.
Yeah. Belly is at the cake store.
Yep.
You know, she has this very specific cake that Jeremiah wants.
What a loser diva with this cake.
Oh my God, with this cake. And it just got worse and
worse. It
worse.
gets so much worse.
Yeah.
Every time Belly talked to Jeremiah during this day of planning.
One thing I said I could have is a cake.
Belly, we each said we had our one thing, and the cake is my one thing. Shut up.
So maybe cough it up.
Grow up. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, where's your money?
Yeah.
Where's the money you're raking
Maybe cough up the $750.
She's doing shifts at the imaginary place. You don't even know if it's a restaurant or what. But she's saving every penny. She won't even get an ice cream. She's saving so much money.
It's
Jeremiah,
crazy.
who the fuck are you?
Yeah, like because you want your
cacao.
He's
your
like,
80% cacao gloss cake.
Yeah, like,
shut the fuck up.
Why do you even know what that is?
Like, shut the fuck up.
No,
shut
exactly.
the fuck up. So yeah, she's at the cake place.
She's at the cake. She's embarrassed.
They're laughing at her.
Yeah, basically, because she's like, oh, like, how much is this cake? And they're like, yeah, it's really expensive, $750. And she's like, what about if it's for a birthday? And they're like, it's still $750. Yeah.
I appreciate that Belly has had this like rude awakening, not only of how expensive weddings are, but how expensive cousins is. That's the other thing. Like we keep forgetting that this is literally
and that's Jeremiah's favorite cake. Like his favorite cake is a $750 cake.
No, that's insane. His favorite cake is an 80% cacao chocolate gloss. No, I'm sorry, mirror gloss.
Yeah, mirror gloss with like cherry marmalade.
Yeah, with cherry ganache in the middle. Shut the fuck up, Jeremiah. Shut up.
I can't with that.
It's insane.
It is.
Absolutely insane. But yeah, so like cousins is for rich people. And we've always known that because Belly and her mom are not rich.
Yeah.
And so they like come, and Susanna and Adam certainly were. The Fishers are definitely rich. Obviously, they have like 5 houses. But like they, you know, we go to their big ass house, their hydrangeas, all the bullshit, whatever. Do you not think a town like that where it's like, oh, let's have a wedding in this town? It's literally like, let's have a wedding on Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
Let's have a wedding in East Hampton.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the local cake shop. Of course, it's gonna be $1,000 cake. Like Jeremiah, you're so like he just doesn't know the world. He doesn't know the fucking world.
That's so funny.
Pissed
and
me
honestly,
off so much.
That's
with
a
her,
good point. I didn't even think about that too. Like cousins
it's crazy.
itself being.
She's like, sorry, Belly. Cousins isn't the sweet little beach town you think it is. Like it's literally for rich people. There's a country club. You work at the country club. You stay at the country club. Like get a grip.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's too much.
Yeah, so Belly's kind of starting to realize. Oh.
She also says, my boyfriend with the cake. My boyfriend really wants blah, blah, blah. I wrote that down because I went, oh, you mean fiance?
Yeah, interesting that she did say that. Belly's kind of doing everything herself. She's getting frustrated. And Jeremiah figures out that the numbers aren't adding up for this Stockade X, Starcade X thing deal.
And that's also the thing I think that like Steven... Remember they were having a meeting about it and Steven and Denise were like really wanting to know what was going on in the meeting.
Yeah.
Jeremiah was like overhearing and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same company, I think.
Yeah, same. They've been working on this deal the entire time. Whatever.
I foresee Steven getting involved. Like this is what actually
Steven saves the day.
Yeah, kind of. So I see Jeremiah comes in, he tells Adam like, hey, the numbers are fucked up, whatever. They find out that they are in fact fucked up. Jeremiah like caught something important. Adam immediately is like, Denise should have caught this. And Jeremiah lets him get her thrown under the bus. Like, doesn't say like, oh no, I offered, or oh, I sent them, like I was trying to like do something good, whatever.
Yeah.
Denise tried to look at it, but I told her to go. So he lets her get thrown under the bus right away. I wonder if Denise is about to get fired and Steven's about to get put on this account. That's my prediction. Who
Interesting.
knows? If we're talking work, that's what
I hope Denise gets fired.
I hope she does too, because I'm sick of her face.
Me too.
Like, I'm sick of her.
Yeah.
Or at least move to a different division. Like, get somewhere else. Stop sitting across from Steven and like being annoying.
Yeah, agreed. So when Jeremiah is figuring that out, Conrad is in the car. He sees Belly struggling to get all the bags on her bike. So he's like, fuck, I gotta help this girl out. She's struggling.
It's so pathetic.
Yeah, he pulls over. For some reason, him grabbing that bike, I was like, ooh.
No, it was hot. It was like brute strength.
Yeah, like really hot.
It's like lifted like a feather. Like,
yeah.
Oh, is
that so easy and light for you,
nothing.
Conrad?
Like, oh, here, hold on.
He's like really showing his like husbandry this episode.
Absolutely. Well,
working
he's
on the roof, picking up the bike.
He's handyman. He's
driving her
country
around.
Conrad. Like
he's got his. He cooks for her.
He's got his blue jeans on.
Yeah.
Like he's Mr. Blue Collar. He's like cosplaying as Blue Collar at Cousins right now.
Yeah, it's very cute. So then they're talking in the car. They're talking about like how Conrad was like a nerdy kid growing up, his stamp collection that he loved, and all this stuff. It's just a very cute like conversation where they're kind of just like reminiscing about each other and growing up together and all this stuff. They go to a flower shop,
which I loved.
So cute. And the florist is like, oh, for your wedding, or what does the groom want?
She goes, I'm having an event. That's another thing. Belly can't spit it out that it's a wedding. Conrad is there, which first of all, I was like, okay, so Conrad's just wedding planning with her now.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Well, I think she thinks if she tells people it's not a wedding, it's going to be cheaper.
That's what I thought too. Like,
but also, I agree with the fact that
the way that she like stumbles, like she
my
can't just be like, oh, I need,
boyfriend.
my boyfriend. Conrad's there. She kind of looks at him like,
she can also be like,
I need flowers for an event, like doing whatever, and then she still won't even like. And then even when Conrad comes up and he's like, a wedding, she's like, yeah, it's like a really small wedding that's like barely anything and whatever. And then the lady's like, well, it's a $5,000 minimum, and those are competitive prices, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Like, again, you're in Cousins. The flowers are expensive. She wants
Conrad was like $5,000, and she was like, Our prices are very competitive.
Yeah, she was really snappy at that. But then at the same time, like,
don't come. These kids are coming in here.
Correct, right?
Yeah, like price checking her shit. She's like, yeah, I sell flowers. Like, I need to make a fucking living.
No, it's crazy.
Like
it's crazy.
You're not old enough to get married.
This is the industry. Yeah, if you can't afford the flowers, then you can't get married.
Yeah, like I don't know what you want from me. And she thinks that Conrad's the groom. They have this awkward moment. Blah blah blah. Yeah, she's like,
I was just waiting for that to happen.
We have these orchids that we can fly in from Hawaii. She's like, I don't think so. So,
and then she's like, what about peonies, which are equally expensive?
Expensive.
People discount like all these nice ass flowers. I don't know why. But then I thought it was really sweet.
Oh, I think
of Conrad like trying to make it work.
Yeah, and he's like, you can use our mom's hydrangeas.
He's like, they're not as good, but I'm sure they're great. Like, whatever. No, like the fact that he even was like trying to entertain, because he sees Belly like feeling deflated, feeling defeated, crushed, sad, everything about it. And instead of feeding into that and being like, yeah, you probably shouldn't even get married, bitch. Like, you're stupid. Instead, he like tries to make it work. He tries to fix it for her. So
it's so sweet.
A theme of the episode is he's Mr. Fix It.
Yeah. You know? So they get into the car, Conrad and Belly's super defeated. I actually, one interesting line that stood out to me was she tells Conrad that she likes milk chocolate. She's like, I don't even know what, because they're talking about like cacao.
That whole fucking scene where she's in the car with him and she's trying the cupcake version of like the cake or whatever. And he's like, oh,
that's
whatever.
what happens. Yeah, she's eating.
Like, she's like, this one's 70%, this one's 80%. And like, I don't know the difference. I like milk chocolate, but it's not like it matters.
Right.
Like, that's her kind of being like,
Right. I was like, oh, like, her opinion hasn't even been considered in this situation where, like, the bride should be the number one opinion.
Of course.
Although
she has been very much like, I don't care.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, girl, yes, you do.
She does.
Just admit that you care, and then it'll be fine. Yeah. But you admit, like, trying to be easy breezy, go with the flow, you're going to end up unhappy.
Yeah. She's trying to people please way too much.
Big time. Pathological people pleaser. That's her.
Only wanted you to see her.
And I'm fading thinking.
Do something, baby. Say something.
Right,
so they're eating the cupcakes in the car. Jeremiah either calls. Oh no, yeah, he calls Belly, and he's like, I'm stuck at the office. I'm not gonna make it till later tonight. She tells him about the cake. Jeremiah gets pissed off.
Well, wait, that's also another moment that Conrad tries to fix it, where he's like, well, you know what? Then, like, maybe you can't, like, fuck the glaze, he says. He's like, fuck the mirror glaze.
Right.
And whatever. He's like, get one sheet covered in milk chocolate frosting and call it a day.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
So then Belly introduces that idea to Jeremiah over the phone.
In the same tone, sweet, like,
she's like,
baby, the mirror glaze is a little much. Like, she doesn't literally say this, but she's like, a little much. Like, let's do this cutie. Like, her tone is good. She's happy. She's having a great day. Conrad's fixing everything.
Yep. And Jeremiah's like, well, what? You said I could pick the cake. It's the cake that I always like. Blah, 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 blah.
I have here, Jeremiah is such a fucking diva. Ick, the cake.
No, I know. I said, oh my God, who gives a fuck about the cake? So buy it yourself.
No, literally.
Yeah. And you can literally see...
Belly, we each said that we had one thing, and the cake was my thing. Like, it's like,
oh my
sorry,
God.
your thing is literally $1,000.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want?
Like, maybe compromise. So
it's crazy. It's immature.
So immature. It's so frustrating. So, you literally see Belly like lose her sparkle. Like any hint of like happiness that she was holding on to, she just completely deflates. Belly's kind of like venting about the wedding at this point. She's clearly upset. Conrad's just kind of just listening to her being like, oh my God,
She's like basically in tears.
Yeah.
Just being like, I'm so confused. Like, I didn't know this was going to be so much.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm carrying everything.
Yeah. And she's like,
she's feeling burdened by this.
Right. She wanted to go to Michael's with Jeremiah because they're having this big sale that ends tomorrow. And now Jeremiah said
with
she can't.
Coupons.
Yeah. He says she can't make it to Michael's. So now,
and Taylor's not here, remember?
Right. So Belly's upset because she wanted to go to Michael's, whatever. So Conrad's like, I'm not taking her. And then all of a sudden he's like, okay, fine. You know what? He while she's venting about this wedding, he's staring at her and he's biting his tongue so hard. He's like, you can tell he wants to say, don't get married to him. Don't get married to him. Don't do it. He's thinking in his head. You can hear it in the narration.
He says it out loud. He says, don't do it. I for real thought that was like, I looked away for a sec and I thought that he had said it. And I was like,
no, I know.
Oh, I was so mad he didn't. I wish he fucking said it because it would have been like,
right.
I think it would have been a good moment, but I think it's probably smarter that he didn't. But,
I agree.
I wish he did.
So when you think he's about to just let it loose, he goes, I'll take you to Michael's.
You know what? Let's go to Michael's. Yeah. Let's use those coupons.
Let's go, girl. Come on. This will make everyone feel better.
Come on, Belly. Let's get to Michael's.
Yeah.
We're going to Michael's.
Which is very sweet. I mean, I love Michael's. A trip to Michael's.
I fucking love Michael's.
Sign me up.
So fun. And also like fun and cute and flirty. Like, oh no, a big hair.
Yuck.
That happens.
So fun and cute and flirty. And so Adam, this is when Adam's praising Jeremiah. He says, I'm proud of you. I've noticed a change, and now
the switch up is crazy.
So
Adam.
crazy. All it took was him finding one thing, and he's like,
he found one thing wrong.
You're the star child.
He comes in, and Adam, like, all of a sudden, is like, wow, you figured this thing out. Thanks so much. By the way, I've been really impressed with you lately. You're keeping your side of the loft clean. You're making dinner, whatever the fuck. And he's like, And by the way, if you and Belly are going to do this thing, then you're going to do this thing. All of a sudden, he's like in. And by the way, paying for the wedding now.
Yeah, and he's like, by the way, I support you. Like, I'll pay for it. But I want you to have the wedding at the country club.
Yep.
And then Jeremiah's kind of like, oh, Belly wanted to get married at the house. And Adam's like, well, I'm paying for it.
He goes, no. Now I'm paying for this whole thing now, he says. He just swoops in.
He's like, I got it. Don't worry.
Don't worry about it. And then he wants to invite people from work, apparently. And Kaylee is gonna help with with a bunch of shit. Did you see that?
But then that was revealed later on. Yeah, when Jeremiah's talking to Belly.
Yeah. Okay.
So then it jumps back. Conrad and Belly are still in the car on the way to Michael's.
And then Cherry starts playing.
And Cherry by Harry Styles is playing. Like, seriously?
I was like, I can't believe this is playing.
No,
right now.
Crazy move.
Great placement. Great song placement. Best of the episode, I think.
Yeah.
Is the Cherry.
Great song uses and like Linger too.
I have Cherry and then Linger right after, which we'll get into Linger.
Conrad tells Belly that he's in therapy. They're kind of having this heart to heart, and they just are having this really nice talk in the car.
Yeah.
Then it goes to Denise and Steven on the train. Who gives a fuck? I literally have Denise and Steven on the train. I don't care.
I didn't even write anything about it.
They're flirting.
Actually, no, I'm kidding. Don't care about Steven and Denise. But that's way later, so they must have brought them up again. Oh, yeah, when they're like flirting.
Because they're like, we're going to split a cab, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, they're flirting on the train.
Center.
Who cares?
I don't care.
You can walk to Javits Center.
Also, you could walk there. And also, are you guys both going to an event at the Javits Center?
I guess so.
Is it like a Comic-Con? Did I miss that?
Yeah.
I wasn't listening to their conversation, so who gives a fuck? But wait, I had
So after they are flirting on the train, it goes back to them at Michael's.
Okay, that's yes. Okay.
It goes back to them. They're at Michael's now. Saying all this stuff. She's like picking out the vases, and he's like, "Can we how long is this gonna take?"
Yeah.
And you can tell that this kind of makes Belly upset. So he's like,
he says his like inner monologue says like, and for a second, I remembered that I'm not the one getting married to her. So he gets like pissy for a sec.
Yeah.
And then he's like, how long is this going to take? And yeah, Belly like is visibly shook by that because, and to be fair, like, yeah, that's a little bit of whiplash. Like he's been so willing to help you all day long. And then all of a sudden, like in this moment, there's attitude. Like that would shake me too. So I was with Belly on that.
I have written, it's not lame. He loves you. But I forget what that's about. I think Belly like says like, oh, like the vases are lame or something's lame. And Conrad's like, no, like it's not lame, like whatever. I'm like, oh my god, he's so in love with her. Like Michael's is literally like this blurry, sparkly heaven.
For real.
Like,
is it the flower, the fake flowers?
Yeah, maybe it was the fake flowers.
She was kind of talking shit about the fake flowers for a sec, and she was just like, oh, these are whatever. And then I guess she picks out some flowers, and he's like, these aren't lame. And then later she says, those flowers you picked out were the ones that were on my bedside table that I wanted to get rid of for a long time.
Yeah, that happens a little bit later on.
But I think that that's what she's saying is lame in the moment, right?
Right,
and he's
the
like,
flowers.
no, they're not.
Yeah.
But those flowers specifically, I think.
So, they're picking out the flowers. He's just staring at her. There's a lot of slow-mo, a lot of natural light. Like, she just looks so beautiful.
I said it's dappled lighting is the theme of Belly and Conrad. Like, we see Jeremiah at the office, and it's all corporate and dark and whatever. And then we see Belly and Conrad, and it's literally dappled. Like, the light is shining just so in every way, in every scene.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like, when she's walking in the flower shop, like, the lighting on her face is, like, so perfect.
It's very, like, it's so prominent the way that the light is. And it's also in, like, a soft lens. Like, it's very clear that Conrad's in, like, a love haze.
Yes, 100%. I said he literally sees her in slow-mo, LOL.
Yep.
Then, Linger's playing in the background. They're back in the car.
Which I loved. Who covered that? That wasn't the Cranberries.
Royal Lotus.
Oh,
yeah.
Excellent cover.
Yeah, it's such a good cover. You should listen to it. It's on Spotify.
I'm about to. Yeah. I meant to add it. Now I know.
Good. Conrad tells Belly that he got fired.
Huge.
Belly, huge.
He's finally honest because he didn't even tell his like dad or anything, right? Like no one else knows.
Yeah, and in his internal monologue, he's kind of like talking about how he always like wanted to be like perfect for Belly and like be like this. Susanna said that he. Through Belly's eyes, he hung the moon.
Yes.
So he's always wanted to be that person for Belly.
She said, we heard Susanna say that during the Deb ball, I believe, when she's talking to Laurel, and it's like the two of them at the table, and they're watching Conrad and Belly dance or something, and then Susanna says something along the lines of like, Belly looks at Conrad like he's hung the moon. Yeah. And so that is, proof that she says it all the time.
Yeah, which is so cute and like so sad. So he just like has this expectation.
A little bit of pressure though on Conrad.
Totally. And I think, from those young flashbacks too, like you get a little taste of that too.
Absolutely.
So Conrad opens up to Belly. Belly just talks to him. She's super nice about it, gives him advice. She's like, you can't be the hero every time. Like, you can't win every time. Like,
most mature I've seen Belly.
Yeah, for sure.
Thus far.
They're so good when they're together.
I know. And when they're both, like, being real. Like, I feel like Conrad, and Conrad even says, I think you literally just said it, Conrad says, like, a problem of his in the past is that he's not honest about his like faults. Like he wants to be this guy who like fixes everything and is hung the moon or whatever, but when he comes back down to earth and is real about shit with Belly, like she can handle it. And I feel like everyone I feel like if Belly would act more like an adult if people treated her more like an adult. And not to say that she shouldn't proactively be acting like an adult at this point in time, but I do think she gets babied just as much as she is a baby.
100%.
And in this moment she has the opportunity to be mature, and she completely rises to the occasion. And another reason why I'm furious that she's not going to Paris, which she also brings up in this moment, after Conrad like says
Yeah,
all
it's
this
a really
other
good
shit
point.
and says like, oh yeah, I wish I was like going to Paris and whatever. So I guess now Conrad knows she's no longer going to Paris. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess
I didn't
so.
see that combo.
I
so
thought
don't know.
Conrad would be a little bit more
Like
wait,
pissed.
what? You're not going?
Same.
Yeah.
I fully expected that. So I don't. Maybe it didn't register to him. But then Belly like. After they're having these moments, it's sweet, whatever. I think this is when this happens. Or is this after they stop for Peaches?
Yeah, this is on the way. They stop.
Okay. On the way
Just one
to
other point that I was thinking about. With the Paris thing, Conrad is talking about like, oh, Belly's asking him like, do you like? Oh, you must really like being out in California. Like, if you want to go back there, and he's like, yeah, I love it. And then in his head, he goes, it's as far away as possible from you.
Yeah, he's like, I love it. Yeah, because it's so far.
Yeah.
Right. Also, in that moment, the Paris thing, she's like, maybe Jared and I can go there on our honeymoon.
Yeah.
And I roll my fucking eyes.
And Conrad's like, I'm literally gonna crash my car.
Yeah.
So then Belly very briefly mentions that she's hungry, whatever. So they're driving. They drive past a little farm that has a stand that says Peaches.
Mm-hmm.
Conrad notices that Belly's like looking.
It's totally in the middle of nowhere, by the way.
I know.
It's like they're on like there's nothing, no homes, nothing, and then there's just like this peach stand.
Peach stand, of course.
It looks like a mirage.
Yeah. So this scene is pretty book accurate, which I liked.
Yeah.
So
I saw people going crazy on Twitter about it. Yeah.
So, they pulled over. There's the peach stand. She's eating the peach. It's like dripping down her.
She's eating the peach.
And Conrad's like, ugh.
She's literally eating the peach in the most sexual way possible. Like these are the moments too where I'm like low-key annoyed by Belly because I can't tell if she knows she's like being sexy.
I don't think she does.
Like, whoops, I'm just a little girl with peaches on my face.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, girl, it looks like cum. Like, be real. Like, be real. The
I
way
just
you're
couldn't
eating
believe
this peach in front of Conrad is like, is this Call Me By Your Name? Or is this The Summer I Turned Pretty episode 5?
I was literally about to say, they're pulling a Call Me By Your Name with the peaches
Which
scene
I'm
here.
not mad.
No, I'm not mad
just
at
saying,
all.
Recognize it for what it is. Like, these are, like, the juxtaposition of Belly acting like a little kid and Belly acting like a sexy woman, it's like, I can't have, you got to find somewhere in the middle or lean towards sexy woman because she's an adult. Like, the kid stuff, I'm over.
Yeah, I agree. And so, she eats the first peach. Like, that was the best peach I've ever had. Conrad's like, I wonder if the second one would taste as good. She's like, there's no way, whatever. So he gives her another peach to eat. She's eating the second peach. He's like literally, he must have a boner at this point.
I'm literally screaming watching the TV at this point.
Basically
like,
drooling.
What is going on? Like,
I know.
Imagine someone pulls up and like sees this happening.
No, I
like,
couldn't believe it.
Guys,
like, what?
Should you guys get a room? Like,
no, seriously.
And it was a steamy, sexy
super
moment.
intimate. I mean,
the chemistry, out of control.
He walked, so then like the peach is dripping down her face, whatever, and he moves closer to her, takes the bottom of his shirt and wipes like her chin with his shirt.
Oh! How is that old lady?
No,
like,
literally,
falling out of the chair.
like,
I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
I was like, Conrad and Belly are back, baby.
I know they are They're back.
So
the
back.
fact that they didn't make out right there, and that's strength to Belly.
The self-control, yes, seriously. I mean, you could tell even like when he walked away, he was like, "Whoa, I took that too far." He walked away. She turned around. She was like, "Whoa, what the fuck was that?"
Well, then she's like, I'm going to get some peaches for Jer. It's like, way to ruin the moment, by the way. But the best way to ruin this moment would be to bring up Jeremiah. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess. But holy fuck.
But I just wanted to read this one part. It's from the book. And this is the scene. It says, Conrad reached out and wiped my chin with his shirt. It was maybe the most intimate thing anyone has ever done to me. I felt lightheaded, unsteady on my feet. It was all in the way he looked at me, just those few seconds. Then he dropped his eyes like the sun was too bright behind me.
Scandal.
Ooh,
I saw someone in the replies of that being like, Belly, you are the sun. That's the thing. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, she really is Conrad's son.
She really is. But like she's the sun and he hung the moon. It's so crazy though. Like, right, their chemistry's insane. I love how
chemistry is so much better than
so much better.
Yeah.
I love how they're letting this episode so far has been my favorite because I love the Conrad point of view. Like I need more of that for sure moving forward, and I hope we get more because I think like seeing how much he cares, and maybe this is a testament to what's his Chris
Briney.
Chris Briney.
Yeah.
He like I can really feel it from him. Like whereas in the other episodes, remember I was saying I was like I need more out of Conrad.
Yeah,
like, he's barely he's does he have a
pulse? You can feel like the yearning, like the longing, like just through his like facial expressions and like even through like his body movements.
Yes,
like it's
and the way this episode was shot like the close-ups and the like on Belly's eyes and on Conrad's eyes and on her lips and her face and like how she moves and how he moves and just how he's looking at her. Like it is so well done. Bravo, Jenny.
Yeah, bravo. Very good.
Great scene, ridiculous scene, but great scene.
Yeah, agreed.
Like great.
Back to Denise and Steven on the train. I literally don't care. Who cares?
That was me. Don't care.
Yeah.
Bye.
So then Belly and Conrad are back at the house and they start. And they cook. Sad face.
Yeah.
They're cooking together.
I did write this down. I forgot about Steven and Denise. He's like, I almost died 2 weeks ago. It's still only been 2 weeks? Since the accident? I don't know. I think it's been 3 at least. Because
it feels longer.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
All this shit's been happening in 2 weeks. Anyway, so.
I know, right? Well, I mean, I guess because they like want to get married so soon that like shit has to happen so fast.
It's like we're getting married in 8 weeks. Like they're getting married at the end of, I assume, August?
Yeah.
So. August slipped away. Potential.
I hope so. But I think they've already used August.
I think they did too.
Yeah,
but still.
Yeah.
We can run it back.
Sure, why not?
Do it again.
So they're cooking together. It's very cute. You know, she's like, no quinoa. We're going to eat fries.
Yeah.
And
Wait. Important to note first is that after the peach moment, they're in the car. They're on the way back. Conrad's like, enough. I'm just going to go right to bed. Like this is, it went too far, whatever.
Yes.
And there's a moment where Belly's like looking outside. She's, oh,
yeah.
Oh, I wonder if there'll be firework. She's doing being sexy again and pretending that she doesn't know. And Conrad has a moment where he can decide, all right, good night, I'm going up to bed and not play with fire. And instead, he goes, you still hungry? And I said, ooh, Conrad, you're bad. You're bad.
He can't help himself.
He can't help himself.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Meanwhile, Jared's still fucking up at work. He's doing whatever.
No, literally.
He's not fucking up, but he's on the last train to Cousins.
He's grinding back there. So, they're eating together. They're drinking wine.
When I saw the wine, I was like, oh, shit's about to go down. You gotta be kidding me. I said, what is Jeremiah about to walk into?
Yeah, I was like shit's about to go down. Because Belly is such a lightweight. She does not handle her alcohol well.
No, she does not.
And she also, brings up the most, embarrassing things.
She has one sip of wine and wine is truth serum for her. She literally can't. We know that from what was this? What was the season where she had all those margaritas?
Oh,
and,
the
broke Susanna's thing.
Yeah, it was like the passion fruit margaritas or something.
That was an embarrassing display.
Yeah,
but that was like liquor. So I was like, all right, but the wine, she still acts the same. Yeah, she can't handle the alcohol.
So they're laughing at dinner together and they're talking about the flowers that they got at Michael's, that what they look like, blah blah blah. And Belly's like...
That's where they talk about how they look like the flowers that were on my bedside table that I wanted to throw away for so long.
In the guest room of her house.
Yes.
Yeah, and Conrad was like, oh, maybe that is why I picked them out. And then it goes into a flashback of that scene. It was like the last time that they really hung out before shit went down, before prom. Conrad's in the guest room. Belly sneaks in. Conrad's like
at Belly's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we see these flowers on the bedside table.
Yeah.
By the way.
Conrad's like, Laurel's gonna kill you. Like, don't come in. Blah blah blah. Belly's like, oh, I don't care. Like I just want to see you. They start cuddling and kissing and. Oh my God, they're just so cute. She's reassuring him about Susanna.
Very passionate.
So passionate.
Very sexual.
So
they literally have sex.
Sensual. The
sensual,
lip biting.
Yes. The kissing of the bottom of her neck.
Oh, they're
oh my
so
God.
Buzzy. They
sexy.
put a buzz, and they're just
extremely
so their chemistry is just off the charts. So they have sex in the guest room.
I've never seen her with Jeremiah like that.
No, never.
They're so. I feel like she and Jeremiah, their sex life or whatever is very immature in the same way of everything about the relationship.
Right, and I think it speaks a lot that they've never shown anything between them.
No, just kisses, mwah. But then even the way that Jeremiah talks about sex to Belly, he just sounds like a horny teen.
Yeah, 100%.
He doesn't sound like an adult who will ravish you. You know what I mean?
100%.
In the same way that Conrad clearly can. Drama.
So the as they're going at it, whatever, the camera pans to the bedside table flowers. It goes back to them at dinner, and I have when Belly is drunk, she's crazy, bringing up the guest suite. She doesn't even know that she's doing it on purpose. You know what I mean?
I know.
You're bringing up the last time that you guys had sex.
And that's the thing with the flowers, but does she know what she's doing?
Yeah.
That is the question. I think that Belly feigns ignorance and what? She just acts like an airhead a little bit sometimes because when she's, you know, especially when it comes to Conrad, she remembers everything.
Yeah.
And we know that because she was so obsessed with him. Like the way she talks about the details of like how he moves, like even for her to say something like, you're so romantic with wet hair.
Yeah.
Like that is like, she notices shit. Like she's not stupid. So for Conrad to bring those flowers out at Michael's and her to be like, what? Like she was shook by seeing those flowers. For then to her have a couple of glasses of wine in her and bring it up.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, that's why I freaked out about those flowers. It reminded me of my guest room. Like she knows what she's bringing. Like, Conrad, do you remember those flowers in the guest room? Because we fucked in there. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that she's a little more calculated than we're led to believe.
Right.
You know?
I think so too.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So then Jeremiah shows up. He's back from work. Oh yay!
Whatever.
Yeah,
he's got his suit on. He looks like it looks like he's been to war.
Yeah, he says that he sits down. He's like, they're like, are you hungry? Conrad's like, well, there's no extra, so sorry. And Jeremiah
he says like no, right? Like he says like a bitchy answer.
And Conrad's like, no, like there's no extra for you. So Jeremiah sits at the table. Belly sits on his lap. Conrad's like, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yep.
Jeremiah tells Belly that Adam supports the wedding.
Yep.
Belly's like, yay, blah blah blah. They're kind of like all over each other, and
Conrad, congrats, man.
Yeah.
With the fakest congrats.
Fakest. Another book accurate moment is when Conrad goes, I'd rather shoot myself in the head with a nail gun repeatedly than watch these two continue to touch each other.
I loved that.
They're just
like,
awesome.
More of this Conrad. More of this Conrad.
Yeah, that's a line that opens like one of Conrad's chapters in the book, which is so funny.
Obsessed.
So I love that they included that. And and then Belly and Jeremiah go down to the dock to watch the fireworks. They're talking. I wrote down here, Belly never holds Jeremiah accountable for his shit.
Never.
Anytime she upsets him, blah, 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 she just brushes it off. Like, you gotta bring stuff up. You can't just keep burying the shit, burying.
Because it's like, not only does he have control of the situation, like Jeremiah is like, is bulldozing them into this relationship.
Yeah.
He also now has emotional control over the situation.
Yeah.
So it's like he had a temper tantrum about this cake and she doesn't bring up like, hey babe, like before your dad agreed to do everything and now I'm glad that that's all happening. But that upset me before when you like wouldn't even consider because you had to stomp your feet and be a fucking baby about the $1,000 cake.
Yeah.
Like don't act like that, and she just it's fine. Oh, who cares?
Jeremiah tells Belly that it's
just Jer. Shut up.
Jeremiah tells Belly that Adam's gonna pay for the wedding. She was like, oh, okay. And she's like, does he know that we're gonna do it at the house? And he's like, well, he actually wants it at the country club with some clients and some other people and blah blah blah.
She hates it.
And she's like, wait, no, like I thought we were just gonna have this small wedding, intimate, just us. Like I don't want these random people there that we don't know. I want to get married at the house. And then, of course, Jeremiah uses his mom again to guilt trip Belly. And he's like, well, I think like this is what my mom like would have wanted anyway. And she's like, yeah, me too, blah, blah, blah. So he just guilts her into going along with what he wants, like usual.
So
and then
dumb.
he brings up that the secretary, Kaylee, is going to be the wedding planner.
That's like a crazy aside.
And she's like, Kaylee?
Yeah,
and
like
I'm
who?
curious to if Jeremiah knows that Kaylee's Kaylee.
There's no fucking way.
There's no way.
Go all the way back to the beginning when Conrad is having a conversation with his dad, and then he like talks a little bit to himself, being like, yeah, the way he did push me away. Like I used to like do nothing but try to impress my dad and like need my dad to approve or whatever until I found out who he was. And at this point, like, are we sure? Like we know that Jeremiah knows that Adam cheated on Susanna, right? Like, are we sure about that? We know Conrad knows, but does Jeremiah?
I don't know.
Because I feel like Jeremiah would be less like, Daddy, look at me.
No, 100%.
If he knew that, and he would fucking hate Kaylee if he knew that too. Like, that's how Jeremiah is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would be so pissy about that. And even like asking his dad, "Hey, do you want to bring anyone?"
I don't think
like,
he
that
knows.
Was strange. There's no way. And from where I'm sitting watching the show, I have not seen proof that
it says
Jeremiah knows.
Yeah, it's
and
not
also
specifically.
We've been told, like we definitely have been told that this happened, and it was this girl.
Yeah, Kaylee.
So far,
yeah.
But like as a viewer of the show.
Wait, what? Sorry.
Like, have we been explicitly told like that's the girl that?
Yes.
I'm like completely forgetting the moment of finding out that Adam cheated on Susanna.
It's Conrad's on the phone with Belly. Belly sitting on her washer and dryer. Conrad's
right
in college.
Yes.
And I forget like how it gets brought up, but Conrad goes, my dad cheated on my mom. And Belly's like, wait, Adam cheated on Susanna?
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, with his secretary, Kaylee.
Sure, okay, it's coming back to me. There's no
way Jeremiah knows. And I'm looking it up, and it really seems like people say no. People are saying that he doesn't know. So there's literally no way he'd be like, oh, and the secretary Kaylee can plan the wedding. He would not
be so hype, right? Exactly. Especially like planning the wedding in Susanna's absence, like no way.
And another tidbit that's thrown in there, Belly starts playing this song. She goes, I've been thinking about it, and this song has grown on me. So another thing that they don't agree on was the first dance song, some fucking jive song,
which I didn't even like.
What the hell?
Yeah, I was like, what are we doing
here? So they start doing the jive together, and I'm like, oh my god, literally kill me. I wrote, ew, I can't watch these two. Mm-hmm. Then it's just really sad flashback to Conrad while Susanna's like basically on her deathbed. She's like really at the end of her life, which is very hard to see and hard to watch, and Conrad's super upset. Mm-hmm. And basically because Conrad is watching them through his window, watching Belly and Jeremiah dancing, that's what leads him to the flashback, because he says, I made a promise to my mom on her deathbed, and I can never take that promise back, which is revealed to be that he like promised to his mom that he would like always take care of Jeremiah.
Of course.
Always protect Jeremiah. Mm-hmm. So,
Susanna says, and again, love Susanna, but that's a lot of fucking pressure to put on Conrad.
She puts way too much pressure on her kids.
She puts a lot on him.
Yeah, without even knowing it, honestly.
I think that she just thought that she was like saying the right things and like brother stuff, and it's like didn't realize how seriously Conrad was going to take it, because she does say something like, she's like, I'm not afraid of dying. I'm not afraid of my life ending and whatever. She's like, because I know that you're always there to take care of Jeremiah. And like, won't you be like, you please be there for him and like, take care of him or whatever.
Which is just like that's crazy to say to a young kid who like barely is still figuring out his life.
Yeah, I felt.
But I get like the sentiment behind it. Whatever.
Me too.
So then it goes back to Conrad. He's still watching them, whatever. He's like watching through the window, puts the blinds down, and he I have it like, damn, ends with Conrad being like, fuck, this is the way that it is. He kind of just accepts it in his mind. He kind of has to keep reiterating to himself that, I told her last time that we talked about our feelings, I told her that like I didn't feel that way and she was better off with Jer, and like I meant it, and this is the way that it has to be, and she's better off with him than me, and the episode ends. Ugh. Kill me!
Come
Please,
on.
Kill me and my family.
I need like a sign from Susanna, you know what I mean? Like I need like I don't know.
Something.
I need something to happen to shake Belly up so bad that she cancels the wedding. Like,
I need Conrad to find out that Jeremiah cheated.
Yes.
Like, so bad.
Gia, I've like already forgotten.
Yeah.
We've got all this other shit going on. I've completely forgotten that he literally cheated on her a month ago.
It gets so swept under the rug. It's crazy. Like, Conrad needs to find out so badly. Steven needs to find out.
How do you think he's gonna find out? Taylor. It has to be Taylor. It has to be Taylor to spill the fucking beans. Taylor, have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Go out, pick up the cake with Conrad. Remember that? When they were like, oh, we'll get the cake and it'll be cheaper with pickup or whatever. Like, I feel like that felt like foreshadowing somehow of like Conrad having to pick up the cake. Taylor, I'll come with you. Like that's what I need.
We need Taylor Conrad 1-on-1.
Yeah,
so she drops the bomb.
Yeah, we fucking do. She's got all the tea. She has everything.
Because I think
she's out on, like, she's not in on Jeremiah anymore.
I don't think
like,
she is.
She basically told, like, and she doesn't like the wedding. Like, her first reaction was like, I told you guys to get back together, not get fucking engaged. So we know that she's on our
that'll be the catalyst. Like, that'll be the big bomb that blows up when Conrad finds out. And I can't wait. But I can't believe it's only one episode a week.
I know, fuck. It's really, really tough. But 5th episode, down, track 5. Great track 5.
Great track 5. Really good episode.
Well done, Jenny Han. Yeah. Her TikTok is, by the way, just very funny. Like, she does behind the scenes in like a very funny way.
It was funny when she was like, because so many people were posting, like, it's a 90-minute episode with Conrad's point of view. She stitched it and she was like, I don't know where you got that information, but it's not 90 minutes. So funny.
It's great. I really like her. That. She's being very funny. And I also saw another very funny little interview with Lola, Chris, and I don't know Jeremiah's real name.
Gavin.
I do. Yeah. the three of them, they're doing like a lie detector test.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and Gavin's like in the hot seat. And Benny's saying like, would you, Lola asks like, oh, would you be there for me in like a time of need? And he's like, yeah, for sure. And it's like, that's a lie. And she's like, what? Am I too emotional? Is it because I'm a woman? And like, she's like laughing at him. And Gavin's just like rolling his eyes come on.
Like, Lola and Chris are like kind of always laughing at him.
No, it's
not
hilarious.
with him. Yeah.
And I do feel I feel a little bad for Gavin because obviously everybody's shitting on Jeremiah now. Like, so it's whatever. But it was very like Belly, Conrad, Jeremiah of them in that moment.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's silly. But yes, all right. That thus concludes the wrap up.
The fifth episode.
Complete. We of course will be back for episode 6 next Thursday. Thank you guys for listening.
Yep.
We love you so much. Thank you for all of your voicemails, DMs, etc., etc. Hope you enjoy the conversation we had with our bestie Brian, and we will see you guys next week.
Love you guys.